皆さん、こんばんは。Buenas noches todos and good evening, everyone. This is your Mavinik VTuber Disha. And on this week's worth of factory dumping, shall we say? Okay, and let's just start off with a seasonal one. Now keep in mind, with the time difference, Japan has already experienced the Halloween Sunday. Let's put it that way. And yeah, apparently this did happen at a. This is a scene that was seen somewhere in Tokyo. Loteria is one of those burger franchise over there. Franchise stuff over there. Strictly speaking, it's cream based, but then just think of it, it's more like yeah, about the grade of the A&W and the BK. Not Wendy's, definitely, not McD. So it's somewhere in between. So I'll say, yeah, BK or the A&W. Anyways, the customer inside is a bit of an issue. Colonel and Ronald. Yeah, it happened again this year, and it would be interesting. It would have been interesting. Most people are going like, yeah, what a crossover. I thought it was just Ronald, but then it's also LOL. Colonel's there too. Bet you the staffing, the McD staff is had hard time not cracking up. Is this a crab or are they trying to start up a war? Yeah. Of course the problem is yeah. Oh, I see. And yeah. The in fact is a McD across the street from this store, and there used to be KFC in nearby as well, but that turned into optical shop as it turns out. Yeah, and they had to pick the counter seat that faces outside you, just to mess with people walking by. And yeah, with everyone going on, turns out the guy who actually did a Colonel cosplay. Yeah, he was thanking people who took the picture of that of him, and the guy and and of course Ronald. Yeah, these two eating in Lotte. What else could you ask for? Anyways, apparently, yeah, apparently this is one of those location corner of Tokyo that actually does have people doing costumes, including all the detectives from every single fiction, manga, movie, and TV, as it turns out. Not too sure who that is, but oh yeah, a Kamen Rider Decade. And I'm not gonna even ask Chikawa and some kind of yeah, and a skeleton. What the heck? WTF? Okay, anyways, that's one of the first one, of course, and one of the scary one I came across. Again, not to say, yeah, being scary for Halloween, I guess. There's a shot from from the Kamen Rider V3 here, out of the original broadcast. The trick here is that the owner of the island, grandson of the landowner of that island, was a actually a fisherman who actually owns that area. His grandson was a big fan of Kamen Rider. Yeah, the kid begged Granny to have Kamen Rider over, and yes, they did bring it over. The problem is that explosion you saw at the end, that actually got them. That actually got them into the filming crew into trouble. Not from cops, but from the place that actually does that is responsible for keeping maps, geographical survey department of Japan. Apparently, they blew off enough chunk of the island, enough that they had to redraw the map. So that actually landed me into hot water, as it turns out. Excuse me. In their defense, this was basically basically after once the filming is over, they had to go back to Tokyo, and they just couldn't afford. They couldn't bring back the unused explosives. That would mean that they had to write on more permits, and this was back in '60s, so the road wasn't that good. '60s or '70s, so wasn't that good. So it was, going through uneven surface. It could have set off the dynamite explosives by accident. So they try to use it up, and yeah, off it goes. Yeah, like I said, this is back in '70s, so this is no CGI. It's an actual explosion. Again, I believe this one was reported to cops. I think that's what happened. But yeah, back then, the actor who did him and the original Kamen Rider, they were talking about it, and they were saying that with all those explosions they had going around them, they had pebbles and little stones embedded in their legs under the skin. And if you saw it's only the adults that gets blown up. Just wait again. Yeah, even kids. And yeah, back then there's been quite a bit of explosion that way, but then more recently they've been doing it in a spot where that's literally safe, per se. In a sense that they're using open pit, what used to be open pit mine, or slab stones, and the landowner or the prefecture is now actually trying to turn it into a tourist trap. Have your own exploding picture taken. Yeah. And even worse, they're actually trying to get it to they're trying to market this overseas, as it turns out. And in the meantime, Japanese people, they're not taking it. Hell, they are. This guy's boss, he actually did go there to take a shot for promo material. Yes, and that's not CGI. Yeah. Let's see. I believe if this is just a frame, they are using fuel-based explosives. Like the ones that you see on Power Rangers, they actually have magnesium embedded these days, just so that it flies up. All those white sparklers fly off. And yeah, even worse for otaku people, for tokusatsu otaku, yeah, they're taking wedding photos there. Like I said, yeah, that's a fuel-based explosion, and there's a dynamite-based explosion. Quite a bit of a different one too. Kaboom. And people ringing up the explosion. And in terms of fame, there was an interesting one. This one is more so inspired by TQ shot I think. Is this one's from the Kamen Rider Zero One episode 6. This shot of what looks like a frame surrounding the suit actor. It's not CGI, it's a practical shot, but it's not a fire. That's why the camera could go up close, and the people and the suit actor inside doesn't have to go get in trouble either. Yeah, basically what they did was they sprayed a mist of water vapor around, and then they projected the picture of frame onto it by the yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's basically the same pretty close to the same techniques they used in T2 when the T800 was sinking into the what looks like a molten iron at the end with thumbs up. That was actually shot in pool with orange light. So it's the same idea. Now, in the meantime, in before they could come up with this idea, you had actual fire Siri using back then. And then there's that famous church fire in the Kuga that it's not verified, but rumor says that it actually something like this in one shot almost used up half a year's worth of budget, amongst other things. And in the meantime, Power Rangers they don't actually use they don't go cheap. They actually burn their seat. Actually, this did happen in Ultraman as well. There's one case in Ultraman Taro, I think. If you want to take a peek at it. Anywho, with that in mind, there is quite a bit of talk about the suit actors. People, like people say about, in over here, they talk about, those stupid suits. It's scary. Like, this unit, for, this suit from the Godzilla Final Wars. It essentially has all the lightings for the burning part and the steam coming off. So it's almost like Yeah, so basically, he was the guy inside was getting zapped and other things. And what looks like this sexy female, yeah, monsters. They're done by a guy, and of course, one of the scary one again from the V3. Again, this is not a blue. There's no blue screen. There's no nothing. It's an. They actually shot it from top of the chimney. The only thing that actually was holding the apparently the only thing that was keeping the only safety net he had was the assistant director holding on to him on the inside of the chimney, and that was it. Absolutely nothing else. Now let's see. Okay, there was another one that I really wanted to show. Oh yeah, and one of the scary ones. Camera decades, there's a bit of small openings here. And that's the only viewpoint he has. And even worse, Kamen Rider 5 all lit up. That's not CGI, they couldn't afford it. This is actually lights built into it. In other words, they had there's no way of seeing what's outside at all. And yeah, the sweet actor who was inside of India Auto 7. He wasn't actually loving his job up to a point. One day, he was asked to visit a child a child hospital with a handicap, and the kid who was not able to walk actually rushed up to him. That's when he changed his mind, apparently, and tried to be hero. Yeah. And this one is also another same seat from what they said. Yeah, it seemed. Oh, but so this is about back in 1968, 69. Uh, Holy, yeah, the original Godzilla seat was over 200 pounds, 100 kilo. There was couldn't move. He couldn't breathe. There was no eyesight. There was no way to see outside. This was a seat that was made for a Gigan. It got much easier to handle, and to a point where he actually had enough uh strength enough to even smoke. This is a gentleman who actually has been acting as every single Kamen Rider since the time of since Agito. He's done everything except Kuga and Hibiki. No, there was something. Yeah, I can't remember. There was a yeah. In this case, in Ultraman Dio, there was quite a bit of shots with water and pool. And there was quite a bit of time. Many times, there was water seeping into the seat, even into the mask, and he almost. In this case, he almost drowned, and he actually ripped out the mask off him. And to a point where it was so severe that where they actually said if you can last 1 year in Tsuburaya, You can work for 10 years elsewhere. Oh dear. To anyone? Okay, and okay. Yeah, most of these explosions are happening in like without a composite. So that's one. That's oh yeah, that is one of the reasons the posture of Ultraman is as such because the guy the original the first actor suit actor who was inside was a bit scared and he was hunching it over. Now let's see what's the what. Now remember. Okay, anyway, so let's move it on. There was a talk about the how come the Ultraman's posture was makes a pose of hand crossing in when he does the when he fires the specium beam. Yeah, that pose. Actually, this one is one of the better reason why. Okay, excuse me for a moment. Ah, yeah, but wrong one. Sorry. You can kind of guess why they had to do the pose this way though. Because he had to the Ultraman had to stand still so that they could actually etch in the beam effect into the film. So that's why they had to he had to pose, and same thing goes with the phaser on Star Trek, because they had to etch it in. That's why they couldn't put in the. That's why most of the phaser quote banks you see are like fluorescent light or the microwave stuff, autofocus, autofire type. And the only reason, yeah, and that's okay. I know most people hate it, but then that's why I kind of like the Kelvin line Enterprise phaser banks because it was actually turret because they moved over to CGI so they could afford to actually emit, light up the target that way. Okay, anyways, moving right along, going back into some of the stuff. There was this. Okay, J.R. Tolkien's actually said in an interesting way that the what he's writing is written in the Middle Earth language, and he's just translating into English. That's why you see some very very English stuff, or that shouldn't exist in a different world. And in the meantime, this author was having a trouble of because he was writing isekai stuff and he had to bring in guns. So how the hell do you justify using Gatling gun? So the way he came up with was he just had this guy who invented all the firearms in the in that world, named Browning Gatling Kraskov. Okay, the first two should be familiar. Most of the North Americans should be familiar with Browning and Gatling. Okay, those are names of the. Browning is a gun manufacturer, NA, right? The Kraskov is the Russian gun rifle designer. who used to who designed AKs, the most of the Jo- okay, there we go. John Browning, and Richard Jordan Gatling, and Mikhail Kraskov. Anyways, that's how it goes. Anyways, and moving right along, and this prof who was teaching IT security at school, he had to bring he brought this in to demonstrate the t- uh, two-level authenticity. Anyone remember Cardcaptor Sakura? Yes, it contains two elements of authentication. One, for one, you use dongle, otherwise known as wand, and magic, which actually serves as a biometric key. So yes, it is a. So that's how they demonstrate what the meaning or the importance of the second of the multi-layered authentication in some places. Now this okay right now currently at this time in October of 2022 the Gundam Unicorn is under maintenance, but some people who are actually this guy's girlfriend's gonna everyone's taking a picture from the same spot, but wouldn't you rather take it from here? It's prettier. Yep. This is actually a tulip bed in front of the unicorn, so it is actually much prettier as it turns out. Now, in 90s, no, yeah, this back in 29. This is not exactly a new news. This one is back in 2019, 2 years ago. But this is back in 90s. There was a TV show called World Ninja Jiraiya. Another tokusatsu stuff. Where this guy played ninja from the Togakure clan. The problem is, 30 years later, he actually did succeed the Togakure clan. He is now actually the head of the ninja clan in real life, as it turns out. Yep. So there's a scary one that actually tokusatsu stuff that actually comes to become real life. Now, and okay, first of all, the someone's tweeting. Yeah, he finally got the Henshin belt from from O's. He was tweeting that, and then his dad actually sees a tweet, and he's going like, "My son is playing with Kamen Rider belt, even after starting university. Have I raised him wrong? Shouldn't he let me wear it first?" So pathetic. What has become of Japanese youth? Yeah, that is a Kamen Rider otaku as well, as it turns out. Yep, he's not putting it down. He just wants to wear it. He wants to take a piece of it too. So yeah, so yeah, like son, like father. It's more like yeah, it's your fault, dad, that he's doing this. He's doing this. Okay, anyways, this one's, yeah, 2020. In, Ultraman Z, they actually used a miniature island set. This is not a CGI. They haven't done this for 15 years almost, as it turns out. But they actually do this every few years, just so that the technique can be passed on to the next generation of people. And that crater was built out of the built out of the pine tree skins. Yeah, the practical shot. And in the meantime, this is one of those weird scene. I might have shown this one before, but this what happens when you have five rangers. But if you have, you probably won't see this anymore these days. If you have green ranger and blue ranger, this what happens. Okay, because they're supposed to be doing a blue screen, they cannot. Yeah, this part. So basically, they have. Some blue has to stand aside and use a completely separate background so that they can. So, that's why you won't see green and blue on the same shot. And if you do it wrong, this kind of things that happens. This was supposed to be a green creature, and that somehow get transparented out because they try to put the background the picture on the background. Yep. Anyways, moving right along. And again, this one I might have shown again. Earthquake of magnitude of 5. And Godzilla saves Gundam from falling off. Yep, what a scene. Yeah, just like that scene from the Shard's counterattack. It's just like a Ready Player One. Okay. Currently, there's this wonderful looking mask. I know it ain't exactly it's not fashionable now to wear one, but still. A face hugger mask, anyone? Okay, it's on sale at Etsy, apparently. Oh my. There's another good one too. That's more of a face hugger type, I see. There's people asking like, is there a Predator mask anywhere? Yeah. Okay, anyways, just moving right along. A few pieces that I can remember coming across as well, so just for the heck of it. Okay, this one was, just became, the thing about the railway point, question about whether to save one person that you know or to sacrifice multiple people you don't know, kind of one. And here's a perfect answer to it. Stop it with a drift turn, of course. Yeah, there's quite a bit of a VTuber doing this thing, but oh, what the heck, I figure what I might as well show you. And the last one is again, it's not picture one, so I'm gonna translate it out. But This mom's kid has been asking that to see if he can actually have a meat dinner while playing a game because he's seen all those gamers doing that. So mom suggests that the I don't think you eat out of using chopsticks while playing games. So the kid went on to ask, "What about bread then? Can I have it?" So they tried it tonight. And yeah, basically, so he found out that those games that actually look for result does not mix well with the bread or eating because he cannot focus on the game. And he was and he was screaming, "If I focus on the game, I can't taste the bread. I can't enjoy the taste of the bread." And he was getting killed like multiple times, of course. And then someone actually remembered. By the way, guys. By the way, kid. That's exactly the reason Sandwich came along. If you need doubt, look it up. Apparently it was made by named the 64th Duke was it Duke or Earl of Sandwich, named John Montague. He basically wanted to eat have dinner while playing poker. That was actually his age back then in 1700s or early 1800s. And that's how he came up with the idea of putting ham, vegetable between bread, and have it, and hence the sandwich was born, and it was named sandwich for that exact reason. Just so you know. Yeah, and most people are going like between the matches or the yeah. If you're playing Super Robot Wars, then you can actually eat while the enemy's turn. Or while you're waiting for respawning, while waiting for loading, or just forget it. Either eat or play the game. Or just watch someone stream the game. Okay, anyways, that's all I've got for today, and thank you for coming in, and let's see who I can raid. So close up this window, put up on the ending credits, ending. Okay, so there's someone playing my home game, so I'll transfer you out to the Little Kim VT song.
Yes, I thought you were talking about some James Bond shit, dude. I was like, what? Oh,
Shit.
that's one of these. The little friends. Ah, I love them. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Actually, I remember